Hi, Fee. I'm fine, thanks. How are you too?
I'm doing okay. Lily, you were saying
Good.
that you're staying in a dormitory. Is that right?
Um, it's not like a dormitory, but it's just like a boarding house, but it's not the same with dormitory.
Oh, I see.
It's just like a boarding house, a small one, so it's like one person, one room, not like in a dormitory. You can stay 4 or 5 person in one room. So it's different. In
Okay. Oh,
here
well,
in
yeah.
Kupang,
In
we
the
call it
dormitory, it's four per
course.
person.
Yeah.
So you get your own bedroom, is that right?
Yeah, I get my own bed, my own stove, my own everything by my own self.
That's good. But do you get your own
Yeah.
toilet, bathroom, or do the people share the bathroom and kitchen?
No, it's like everyone use one toilet, and we don't
Okay,
have it's like kitchen in here. We have
I
one
see.
room, and we have to manage everything, cook, study, and do everything in one room, in one small room. It's like that. But if you have more money, you can stay in a fancy one. You'll have it's like kitchen and also toilet, everything in it complete.
I see. But with this boarding house,
Mm.
does it have sufficient facility for you to use?
For my course, it's not. I just get one empty room. That's
Hmm.
all.
Okay. And how many people
Yeah.
are there in this boarding house?
In my boarding house, there are wait one, two, some people in here because we only have 7 rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in
So,
my old course, before I moved to here, we have 23 people, and there are 20 rooms.
hmm, that's
Yeah,
pretty big, isn't it?
and that same only empty room, one toilet, two toilets for 20 rooms. So you can imagine that.
So what happens in the morning, when everyone gets up? Do people fight for the bathroom and toilet?
Yeah, yeah,
They do.
that happens so often because every morning everyone have to. It's like hurry up to get to school.
Yeah,
Sometimes we fight with each other because I
yeah.
will just say I must be the first, and then someone, no, 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 I have class in this morning. Go away, you.
But
So,
overall, but
but then if you
overall,
want to be late to school, you have to wake up early.
so for yourself, how early do you have to get up?
I always get up at 5 in the morning,
Right.
and then just continue clean my room, cook for myself, and then get me to school. That's all. But sometimes I'm being lazy.
Mm.
I will wake up at 6 or 7.
Since we're talking about, Liz, since we're talking about,
Yeah?
sorry, I interrupted you. Continue. You were saying
Yeah, it's
something.
okay.
Continue.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I just say that sometimes I'm being lazy, so I will wake up at 6 or 7 in the morning.
That's still pretty early, isn't it?
So, yeah, yes, it is. But, I always have class at 7:30 in the morning. So I have to get up early, get everything done, and then I have to walk to the main road, and then catch a BEMO to go to uni.
How
Do
do
you
you
know
get to
what
your
BEMO is?
university?
Sometimes I go by BEMO. It's just a small car, or sometimes I just walk.
By
So
some, you
I
said you go
need
by Fairmont. What is that?
BEMO. BEMO?
Fairmont.
BEMO. Yeah, BEMO. I thought Chris write about Bemo before, but Bemo is like a small car,
Huh.
just like a small car, but it's different. I will send you picture, or maybe
Okay.
you can open.
You can put
They
a
have
picture
some
on the.
articles about Bemo. Okay, I will send you one picture of the Bemo.
Okay.
Mm,
By the
okay.
way, where so you are in your boarding house now? Are you in your bedroom or in
Yeah.
your study room?
Oh, as I told you before, we just have one room, so I'm in my bedroom and maybe
Oh,
my study room because everything just in one room. So for
uh-huh.
study, to sleep, to cook, everything just in one room. I will send you picture
But at the moment, so
later.
you're actually logging onto the internet here. We're chatting over the internet. So at your place there, is it a landline connection for the internet or is it what? Do you have Wi-Fi there?
We don't have Wi-Fi. I just use my phone.
Right. Okay.
In here, if you need a course or a boarding house with Wi-Fi, you have to pay more.
I see. Okay.
Mm. So I try to get an expensive one.
Try to
No, not
get or
expensive. I
try
mean a
not to
cheap
get?
one. No, I try to get a cheap course, a cheap boarding house.
I see. Well, Lily, since we started talking about your accommodation there, I
Yeah.
thought if you don't mind me asking, can you tell me more about your studies? I'm curious to know what are you studying and how do you get to university?
Sure. I study about biology at my university.
Uh-huh.
So I study about
Okay.
biology from science faculty, and
Is it and are you in your first year or later years?
sorry.
Which year are you in? Are you starting the first year of your course?
Ah, no, it's my third year. Almost graduate. I hope so next year.
Hmm.
And then I'm interested with um plants because it's like our we have a specific in biology. It's like if you want to choose animal, you can choose animal or plants or microbiology or biotechnology.
I see.
But I thought study about plants is more exciting than study about animals. So I chose to
Okay.
study about plants, how they grow, about ecology and environment. That's all.
What are you to do with your studies? What kind of jobs are you hoping to get?
I hope I can get a job at the forestry department, or maybe I want to get a job in a library, or not library, in the laboratory, or
Okay.
maybe I want to be a lecturer at University of Timor University in Keva.
Well, with
That's all.
with a job in university, working as a lecturer, would you need to do more study, as in like after you got your degree, you need to study further before you're qualified?
Yeah, I have to continue to get my magister maybe if
Okay,
I
and
can.
how many more years of studies do you need to do if you are hoping to get into university and teach there?
Mm, I have to study if I want to be a lecturer in one university. After I
Uh-huh.
graduate, maybe I have to study again for 2 years, two
Right.
or 3 years to get my magister. And then if I get a chance again, I want to continue to get PhD, if I can, or get my doctor. I hope so.
That's a very big project. I know PhD is actually very difficult,
Yeah,
but that's further
but I
down the
will
track,
try
I
my
guess.
best.
That's great.
Yeah, thank you.
So, do you mind if I ask you, Lily? So last week when I spoke to you, you were in a little village, right? And you were
Yeah,
doing some kind of field trip, and there was a word I learned on Facebook. Oh, how embarrassing! I've forgotten. I've forgotten what it's called. Do you remember that expression?
sorry. Can you say that again?
Do you remember last week? Last week when you were doing field practice in a village,
Yeah,
and I spoke to you while you were there. Later, I think Chris posted something that described your activity. Is that right?
yeah.
Do you remember the name of that? Um, that
KKN, KKM.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Or you can say in
So
Indonesia, kuliah kerja nyata. Kuliah kerja nyata.
kuliah kerja
Kerja nyata.
kerja
Kuliah
nyata.
kerja nyata. Yeah. Very good. I give you 90 for that.
Oh, thank you. Right. So how was your trip last week? Tell me about it.
Oh, oh, it's amazing. This week, it's like do some celebration. It's just a cultural celebration. And I just learned that in that village, they keep on doing it's like traditional ceremony. It's like when someone want to get married and then they have their own traditional room. Now I plan to write about it. And then in this week we have to go back to Kupang, so we make it's like a party. And all of the
Uh-huh.
people in there give us traditional dishes to use, and it's really beautiful. Everyone get one for themselves, and then I got eight traditional dishes. I will show you the picture later. And then
Lily,
when
can
we
I
go
stop you
back,
there? Can I
everyone
stop
just
you
make a
there for a
party
second?
and hmm?
Sorry, Lily, can I
Sorry?
stop you there for a second?
Yeah, sure.
You said that the people in the village gave you something traditional, and I missed it. I didn't catch it. I think, could you say that again? Some traditional thing. What was it?
Ah, traditional dishes. It's just like I don't know how to say it in English, but it's just like a piece of mm,
Did you
sorry.
say traditional
I,
dishes?
yeah, traditional
Like
dishes
plate, is
like
it?
that. It's just like wait, I will try to get the picture. I hope I can send it to you.
Okay. And how
So
many
it's just
did
like
you say you
sorry, how many what?
How many of these gifts did you say you received? Hello, Lily. Can you hear me? Hello, Lily.
Me? Hello?
Ah, yes, I can hear you
Hello?
now.
Sorry. So
Let's
I get it's like I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
let's see now. Where were we before the sort of got interrupted or dropped off? I was asking you about the traditional presents that you see from the villages,
Yeah.
and I was
So
asking you how many you received.
yeah. How what? I'm sorry.
How many you received?
How many I receive? How many I receive?
Yep, I'll ask the question again. Um, you were telling me about the traditional gifts you received, and I was asking you how many. I think you said something like eight or nine, I think.
Ah, so I got 8 piece of
That's
present. So it's 8 sarongs, traditional sarong
uh-huh.
with different paint in it. It's really beautiful.
That's great.
Yeah,
Can you
it's
use it?
beautiful. And yeah, it's like you can use it to go to a party or you can use it to make a wallet or something else. It's up to you.
Okay. Do you think you'll use it
Yeah,
soon?
I'll use it soon. Are you stay in Sydney?
Uh-huh.
Are you stay in Sydney?
That'd be great. Oh, hang on. Am I saying?
Yeah.
Yes, I live in Sydney.
Hello?
Hello. Yes, Lily, I live in Sydney here. What do you want to know?
Okay. Okay then. I will bring for you one. So you can get one of my traditional present. So you will know how it looks like. I hope you will like to use it.
That's very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm. So you can. So in here we always use traditional sarung
Uh-huh.
to go to. It's like you can use it. In here, people use traditional sarung everywhere. They can use it to go to party and then make a dress, make a wallet, make a dress, and everything. It's up to you.
Ah, Lily, can I ask a question?
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
So you said traditional sarong. Um, is it, are you saying
Yeah,
sarong as in the spelling Sarong?
yeah, yeah.
Ah, of course. I know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry. Maybe my pronunciation is not. It's terrible.
No, it's not your pronunciation. It's my bahasa. My bahasa is so bad.
Do you understand what I mean?
Hello, Lily. Are you still there?
Hello? Yes, I'm here.
Hello, Lily. Hear me? So
Yeah,
I
hi.
was saying, I was saying that yes, I understand the word sarong because Lily, I was born in Malaysia, and
Ah,
so I with a few words in Bahasa, maybe not Bahasa Indonesia. I still remember a few words in Bahasa Melayu or Malaysia.
it's just hi.
I mean, I mean, if I try to speak Bahasa, I can say what boleh cakap Bahasa sikit-sikit. Does that make sense?
Ah, yeah. Sikit-sikit. That means a little bit, sedikit.
Yes, yes. So sarong, I remember. So with
And
sarong, you can
cakap
make
in
baju. Yes,
Indonesia, bicara.
bicara. Is
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I
That's right.
remember the word bicara.
Yeah, yeah,
So you received a lot of sarong, traditional sarong, as gifts from the villagers. That's fantastic.
yeah.
Well, like it's been about 20 minutes since we started talking. Lily, is there anything you want to ask me?
Ah, yeah. I want to ask you about that video that you gave me about time management because it's difficult for me to manage my time and also it's like to get started when I want to do something.
Uh-huh.
So, according to you, what do? Maybe you have something
Well,
to share with me. How you can manage your time to get everything done at the right time?
well, for myself, I every night before bed, I write down a list of things that I have to do and have to complete for the next day. And
So,
I just follow that list and I try to finish as many of the list as possible. Um, I work as a teacher, and so I teach very regular hours. So Monday, from Monday to Friday, I finish teaching at 11:45, and then on Monday and Wednesday, I teach also in the afternoon. Any time that I'm not teaching, I use that
oh,
time to try and finish all work that I've written down the night before.
wow.
And one
And
thing that I find, oh, sorry, what did you want to say?
on, sorry, you can say that. I'm sorry,
Okay, I'll continue.
you can continue.
Okay, so I follow a routine, and so every Tuesday I have a set number of things that I always do to finish the duties, the tasks that I have. And every Thursday and Friday I have a specific routine that I follow. I find that once you establish a routine for each day, then it's easier to manage your time.
Uh,
You know what I mean?
okay. And did you make, yeah, yeah. Did you make a deadline for, it's like when you try to do something, did you make a deadline for that? It's like what time you should finish this and then what should you do next in the
Um,
next minute or next hour?
Lily, can you say that last question again?
I say that do you make a deadline? Do you make a deadline for your activity? It's like when you want to do a work, you want to do something. Did you make a deadline? So it makes you that you will be finished. It will be finished on time, and then did you make? It's like after that, what will you do? Just the evaluation. It's like you just make an evaluation for that, or just you just continue to do it to do another
I see
things.
what you mean. I see. Well, um, with my work, uh, there are deadlines and there are regular deadlines every week. So I'll give you an example. Um, every week, I have to write student. So if a student does their tests, then I have to actually do the report. And
Yeah.
the deadline for the report is Thursday. So today, because another team will print out the report today at around 4 o'clock, then I have to give the report to the student. So the student report, I have to finish writing it by before I leave the office today. And each
Ah,
week I have from Monday
cool.
to Thursday, I have 4 days to write the report. But because Monday and Wednesday I teach long hours, I only have Tuesday and Thursday to do the report. And so I set a routine for myself. Every Tuesday I write report. And if I can't finish it, I do it on Thursday. And it's been happening like that. I've been doing it like that for the last 7 years.
7 years. Wow.
Yeah, that's how long I've been working in Sydney as a teacher.
And did you make ah so did you make an evaluation for that? It's like for everything that done to see is it work okay or not?
Hey, could you ask me that question again? Because I didn't understand what that you said. Did I make something something? I didn't understand
Uh,
that word.
did you uh, oh I'm sorry. So did evaluation?
Hmm. Still, I still don't quite understand the word. Can you type it? Oh, I see. I can see the word now. Okay. Evaluation.
Can you say that for me?
Yes, I'll say it
Eva
again for you.
evaluation like that?
Correct. I'll say it again for you. Evaluation. Would you like to try?
Evaluation. Evaluation.
Actually, stop for a second.
Eva, eva, evaluation.
Hey, stop for a second. I'll try this with you. Luation. Can you say luation?
Luation.
Yes.
Luation.
Okay.
Evaluation.
Valuation.
Evaluation. Valuation.
Okay. Valuation. Would you like to
Valuation.
say that again?
Valuation.
Valuation.
Yeah. Valuation.
Right. Then you put
Valuation.
and then you put e at the beginning.
Valuation.
Evaluation.
Evaluation.
Great.
Evaluation.
Much better. So with my
Is
job,
that
when you ask me about evaluation, are you talking about my boss doing evaluation on me or me doing evaluation on myself?
You doing evaluation by yourself?
Well, I don't really do um, any uh, formal evaluation on myself. However, I do keep a list of things that I complete each day to make me feel good. Hello? Lily, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hello, Lily?
Hello?
Ah, I can hear you now.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Ah, I'm sorry. It's windy here, so sometimes I only get 3G and then back to 4G again, 3G and back to 4G again.
I see. I actually have the same problem in my room here.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
So, what did you teach in the school? What kind of subject that you teach in the school?
Okay. Well, I work in an international school, and so we teach English to overseas students. And I teach general English to
English.
adults.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that for the last 10 years.
Adult. Wow. How long you live in Malaysia before you come to Sydney?
Well, I was born in Malaysia a long, long time ago. I'm very
Uh-huh.
old. Nobody knows how old I am,
Then,
okay? I came here when I was a teenager. I
okay.
came to
I
Australia
guess.
when I was a teenager. No, you don't need to guess, and I'm not telling anybody how old I am. But I
When you
came to Australia when I
were,
was a teenager.
yeah.
And I went to high school in Australia, then went on to study at university, and I did English literature at university. Um, I have to say my English wasn't very good when I first came to
Wow.
Australia, and it took me a long time to improve my
No,
English.
you.
But eventually, I got my degree
I hope I can speak
in
like
English
you.
literature.
Wow.
Oh,
Well, I hope I speak English
I take that
like
as a
you.
compliment then. Why, thank you.
So how
So
you study to
I
speak
I've been
English when you moved to Sydney?
I came to Sydney after working as a teacher for 2 years. So I first started teaching English in 2007, and I was teaching
Moved to
uh,
Australia. How you
in
study
an
English? How
international
you
school in
improve your
Perth.
English?
Oh, how
Oh,
did I improve my English? Is that what you is that what you
yeah.
asked? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, quite a lot of things I did. Thing that really helped me improve my English, and that's reading. And I enjoy reading books. So I'm not talking about reading just newspaper or magazines. I'm talking about reading novels, storybooks.
So you learn from novels or a storybook?
Would you ask that question again? The audio isn't very clear.
So did you learn from novel or storybook? Then
Yeah.
how you can it's like how you can make a good pronunciation.
Well, I'll answer the first question. I read storybooks, I read novels, and I particularly love fantasy books and science fiction. And sometimes I read romantic fiction, which I
Mhm.
enjoy. Um, I think that's the most important thing
Yeah.
for me. And I didn't read it to improve English. I read it. I read books because I love reading, and um, and through reading, I became first and foremost through reading, I became much more comfortable using the language. Now, the way I improve my pronunciation mainly it's because I loved singing, and I love singing songs from musical films. Musical films.
No,
Okay, I'll
I
explain that.
haven't heard that for musical films.
Okay, have you seen the Disney cartoon called Frozen?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a musical film. It's a movie with songs in it,
Ah,
and I love
ah.
musical films.
Can you sing a song, please? Because you said that you love sing a song.
Absolutely not. Singing is
So
awful.
maybe I got to hear your voice.
Oh, what? Let's see. Frozen. Uh, well, like Frozen in there, there's a song. Do you want to build a snowman or something like that, right? Okay. So when I was young, I watched a lot of musical films, and I followed the songs, and I learned the songs, and I sang them, and without knowing it, I basically copied the pronunciation from the film. That's how I guess that's how I learned pronunciation. I never really learned pronunciation consciously by practicing, by doing exercise. Um, I guess I've got my pronunciation mostly through
Ah,
singing songs. But then the other thing was I lived, I mean, when you live in an English speaking country and you listen to people speak English gradually, you start copying the accent and the pronunciation that you hear. And so that's how I started
yeah.
changing my accent, I guess. When I first came to Australia, my accent was very much Malaysian. I spoke like, spoke with a very strong, I suppose a pretty strong Malaysian accent.
Mhm.
And oh yeah, and the other
Well,
thing was,
for me it's difficult to sing because I have a terrible voice, and it's difficult for me to. It's like to copy what people are saying or people are singing. It's difficult for me.
when I when I first came to Australia, it was difficult for me as well. I think if you keep trying, eventually, gradually, you become more comfortable with copying people's
I,
pronunciation, copy the sound that you hear, as long as you keep trying. Oh, I remember now. There's another thing,
Okay, I will
Lily.
try.
I'll tell you another thing. Now, um, you have to find someone
Okay.
like an actor or an actress or a character in the movie, someone that you like to copy, someone whose pronunciation you like to copy. So let's say if you like American pronunciation and you American TV, and there's a character in a particular show that you like, you copy the way they speak.
So I have to find someone help me. It's like to talk
When I
with
first came
me
to Australia, I watched a lot of
and help me with that.
maybe not maybe not exactly find someone to help you. Find a character in a movie whose voice and the way they speak you like. It can actually find someone that you like to copy, whether it's a character in a movie or a real person.
Okay, I understood
Let's say Barack Obama.
more.
Let's say you admire Barack Obama and you listen to the way he speaks on YouTube, and you kind of copy the way he pronounces words.
Okay, so how about the grammar? It's
Well, with grammar, now that's something that I still think about how
like,
to improve grammar. Actually, Lily, I'm going to tell you something, um, and I think maybe some teachers might disagree with me, but this is what I believe. You can do a lot of grammar exercise. You can do a lot of grammar exercise, but
okay.
if you don't use the grammar in writing or in speaking, then you will just be very good in doing grammar exercises. So if you want to improve your grammar after you learn, let's say present perfect tense. After you learn present perfect tense, you have to use them in sentences in speaking and use them in sentences in writing. When you write a story, you must try and use present perfect tense in there. When you speak to someone, let's say in a conversation, you must find a way to use present perfect tense in there. Because that's the only two ways how
Ah,
that's the only two ways you can actually improve your grammar through using them.
okay. Thank
I'll
you
give you an
for your
example of how I do that
suggestion.
in class.
Okay.
Lenny, can you hear me? Hello,
Hello?
can you hear me, Lily?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Well, I'll continue. I was going to give you an example of how I do my lessons in class with my students when we practice grammar. So what happens is every week we learn a specific target
Hmm.
grammar. Let's say this week we learned the passive form. They and my students they learn that on Monday and they revise it on Tuesday. On Thursday, I give them a lot of conversation topics, and they have to reply to they have to talk about the topics, or if it's a question I give them, they have to give the answer using the passive form. And I might give them a topic that they have to uh, write a paragraph, and, and when they write the paragraph, they have to include passive forms in there. So when they learn grammar, they have to actually use it either in speaking or in writing or both. That's what I that's how that's what I believe
Okay.
how people should practice grammar. What do you think?
That's cool. Did you use grammar when you speak with someone?
Could you ask me that question again?
Did you use grammar when you speak with someone? Did you
Well,
pay
Lily, grammar
attention for that?
well, Lily, grammar exists in every sentence you use. And so um, once you're comfortable with um, a particular grammar that you use, eventually you stop thinking about grammar and you speak, right?
Yeah.
Well, in addition to what I described to you, I mean, there's another way I like to teach grammar. It's instead of learning just the grammar, I ask students to learn and look at the structure. I'll give an example. So, let's see if you can see. Can you see the whiteboard on your screen?
Whiteboard.
Really?
Yeah, I can see the whiteboard.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
Actually, Lily, I'll type my sentences to show you, okay?
I can see the whiteboard. Okay. I'm getting some sugar and flour to make a cake. Normally call my mother at 8 p.m. to have a
See those
chat.
three sentences?
I want to buy. Yeah,
So you probably noticed that all three sentences, they all have the same structure, which is subject, verb, object, and then they have two infinitive and a verb. Can you see that?
yeah,
So I'm getting some sugar. I'm getting verb, some sugar, object. I subject, normally
yeah,
call is a verb. My mother, object. At 8 p.m. another object. Subject. Want to buy, verb section, object. A watch, object. Okay. And then all three examples, they end with to infinitive. To make a cake, to have a chat,
yeah.
to
Okay.
give to my father. Can you see that?
To give to my father. Okay.
So so what you see, subject, verb, object to verb, that's actually we talk about purpose of an action.
Purpose.
So for you,
Uh,
Lily, you can say, I'm studying biology to become a botanist. Or you can say, uh, or we can say, we are having a chat to practice English. I'm talking to you to find out more about
Ah,
your studies. Can you see they're all describing the purpose of an activity, of an action? Can you see?
yeah.
And so I said, okay, now you have a sentence pattern. So every time you describe an activity, in the end, add to do something, and then you can explain why you're doing something. So
Oh,
you can say, I'm reading a book to learn about cooking. I am
ah, okay.
calling to complain about the service. Can you understand that?
Yes, I
So
understand. Thank
I
you.
show my students these sentence patterns. So not just a grammar part in a sentence. I show my students these sentence patterns and I say, okay, now use it to talk about different topics.
Ah,
Understand that?
okay. So it's not just study, but you have to keep on practicing.
Yeah. Because studying just means that you are learning. No, actually, studying is to make sure you understand something. But language, I think using a language is not just understanding, you actually have to use it. And the only way to use language is to either write or to speak.
Yeah, that's true.
I suppose it's not just to write, it's you listen and you read as well. But listening and reading is is when you practice receiving information. But in order to use English, you have to actually produce information using English. And so after studying, you have to actually use the knowledge you've acquired in speaking and in writing. That's what I think.
Okay, I will try to do that. I will try to do that.
Lily, I think oh my goodness, it's almost an hour now. So Lily, I think shall we call it a day here? Shall we stop here?
mm,
You have any other
I don't know.
question?
Oh,
Okay. If not, well, let's stop here then. Let's stop here. I'm gonna go make dinner for myself anyway. I'm getting hungry.
what? Oh, I thought you already have your dinner.
No,
It's
I
better
had a
for you to
quick
sing for
snack.
me. So, can I ask a question, please?
Yes, of course.
Can you sing for me a song, please?
Absolutely not. My singing is horrible.
Okay.
Anyway, so we'll stop here. Thanks for coming to chat with me here.
Okay. Thanks for sharing with me.
You have a good night then.
You too. Have a good night.
Okay?
Have a wonderful dinner.
Thank you. I will.
Okay.
Bye, Lily.
Bye.